I'm joined by a guy who knows a thing or two about bringing home the hardware. Former Buckeye and 2014 national title winner, Michael Bennett. So, Michael, I want to start there. You know what it takes to perform on college football's biggest stage. Maybe what similarities do you see between that 2014 team and this team this year?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that this team has more talent than that 2014 team did. And I'm starting to see what I've been looking for over a decade is that bond and that fire on the field that we've seen from this team, especially in the playoffs. You know, for the last decade, I've felt like every team has been, they've had maybe a little bit more talented than us. I think that we had a talented team. We had a whole bunch of guys go to the NFL from the team that I was on. But that wasn't really our calling card. Our calling card was the passion we had for each other, the adversity that we faced throughout the season. And I feel like this team has faced similar adversity. They've had fans and they've had the whole country going after their coach, going after them, telling them they haven't won anything, they haven't done enough. And you're starting to see how this team has bonded together from that, coming together, and they go out there and they put it on the field. And that's why I think that this team is capable of winning the national championship and will likely win the national championship.
And that national title game for you was your final time wearing the scarlet and gray. A lot of these guys like Jack Sawyer, Emeka Egbuka, Trey Henderson, it's the same situation for them. What were the emotions like for you?
It's hard to describe. You know, you go 4 years. We were fortunate enough to win a bunch of games. We lost out in 2013 on a chance to go to the national title, losing the Big Ten championship. So coming back for your senior season, you know that's your last chance with this group of guys, with these brothers that you've learned about and gotten to know over 4 years. And so you just want to put everything out there, and to have a group of guys that all feels that way together, and everybody wants to go play for their brother, play for their teammate, their coach, all this kind of stuff. Everyone's going to go on and do great things. They're going to go, whether that's in the NFL or otherwise. You'll never get these moments back. So as a senior, to beat the team up north, go to the national championship, win the national championship, you can't script a better end to a college career than that.
Absolutely, and you just touched on it about the ups and downs of the Buckeyes this season. You faced similar adversity when you guys dropped that one to Virginia Tech the same year you won it all. Talk to me about the brotherhood of this group and how they've all really just rallied together to completely flip the script on this season.
Yeah, I read that article by Jack Sawyer in the Player Tribune, and I didn't know he was that good of a writer, but it was a beautiful, eloquent, well-written article. And he talked about something that stuck out to me was they all got together after last season and had a discussion amongst themselves about, we need to come back. We want to win something for this team. We want to win something together. And that says a lot to me because these are a lot of guys who could have gone and made a lot of money in the NFL. I know that they're making money in college, but it's not the same thing. So to have them come together and to a man decide to come back, I think that speaks volumes to the bond that they have. And then, we see throughout the season how close they've been, how much they rally around each other. Even after that loss to the team up north, you see they're not about to let somebody plant a flag on the field. It means a lot to them. This university means a lot to them. The team means a lot to them. The fans mean a lot. So I don't think that you can teach that kind of brotherhood and that kind of bond. And I think that's what's going to get them over the finish line.
Talk about a guy like Jack Sawyer, a hometown kid. He came to Ohio State with Ryan Day. It's the perfect storybook ending. Just talk about his influence on this group. It's
incredible. I'm a big proponent of Ohio guys coming to Ohio State and recruiting Ohio guys because there's something about people from Ohio that they love Ohio to their core. They don't want to see other teams, talking trash about Ohio. They don't want to. It's truly Ohio against the world. And you've got Jack, like you said, not only is he an Ohio guy, he's a Columbus guy. He bleeds Ohio State. And as a kid, you see the videos of him dressed up as in Ohio State gear, all that kind of stuff. You know how much it means to him, and that passion will bleed out to everybody else on the team. And we've got a lot of Ohio guys on Ohio State. But in the transfer portal, with just the new landscape of college football, you're going to have guys from all over the place. And they've got to learn that passion. They've got to feel that passion for the university, for the state, all of that kind of stuff. And a guy like Jack Sawyer is somebody who is going to emanate that passion.
I love something that he said is that when he was a kid, he'd wear James Laurinaitis' number, pretend that he was James. I mean, you can't make that stuff up.
And now he's a coach. Yeah.
Exactly. I love it. So in terms of the season in general and the fact that it's a 12-team playoff format, more games, it's 16-game season. Ryan Day talked about it at Media Day that his guys are more fresh than ever, which is a crazy statement. And it's a testament to this team. As a former player yourself, what kind of toll does that take not only on your body but mentally, and how incredible is that Ryan says, yeah, these guys could go and play 3 or 4 more games if we needed to?
It's a testament to the coaching staff. It's a testament to the strength and conditioning staff, the nutritionist, everybody, the training staff, everybody who plays a role in getting these guys prepared and staying healthy. I mean, it's not easy to stay healthy throughout a football season, whether that's college or the pros. I know I always battled with injuries, and so if you would have told me you would add 4 more games on it, I don't know if I was going to be able to do that. So to see these guys be able to go out there healthy and playing fast, playing hard, not too banged up. Obviously, I'm sure there are guys dealing with stuff, but that's the calling card of a championship team is who can stay healthy at the end of the year. We kind of saw the Detroit Lions. They're a great example, an incredible team, but they couldn't get over the finish line because they had so many injuries. And so what Ryan Day is doing with that squad to get his guys to a position to be peaking in the playoffs is incredible.
Ryan Day was asked at the final press conference today before Monday night that what is his speech going to be to his guys in that locker room. I'm curious from your perspective, when it was your final game and it was also the national title game, was it talked about that it was the last one in the scarlet and gray, or was the focus more the job's not finished and we need to win this game, and then we'll switch to the emotional side of things? It's
a little bit of both. You want to play off of the emotions. You don't want to get guys bogged down with them, but you do bring that up because it's on everybody's mind. You don't want to just have that in the background. And Ryan Day might not script anything. You just feel it in the moment. You look at your guys, you look them in the eyes, and you know what's on their mind. You know what the feelings are that go into your heart, and then you just let it out. And so, like you said, some of that's going to be play for the seniors. This is their last time to win something for this squad. I mean, they've got rings now. They've won some bowl games. But this is their last chance to win a national championship with the Brotherhood. Everybody else, like I said, is going to go on and do their thing. But you have to play for the seniors. That was echoed when I was younger. That was echoed when I was a senior. That's usually the rallying cry for these teams. And this is such a strong senior class and to get like a senior class that's very together that I would imagine that that's going to be, if it's not already what guys are playing for, that will be what they're playing for on Monday.
So I want to talk some X's and O's with you a little bit. We saw against Texas, they completely shut down Jeremiah Smith. Double coverage. He was not involved in the offense. But he said the other day at Media Days, if that's what has to happen for us to win this game and I have to be a decoy, bring it on. I'm great. What do you see kind of shaking out with Notre Dame secondary up against this receiver room?
Yeah, I never thought it was possible to shut Jeremiah Smith down, hold him to 3 points. I thought if that happened, we're in trouble.
Right.
But the fact that we could still get a win over a great Texas team with him only getting 3 yards, to me, that says Ohio State's significantly stronger than we expected. I do not think Notre Dame is holding him to 3 yards. I don't know what Texas did. I don't know what their scheme was. They did a good job, a round of applause. But I don't think Notre Dame has it in them to do that. But if they do decide to prioritize him, we have plenty of other stellar receivers. Our running backs are playing out of their mind the last couple games, and our defense scores points.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be a defensive grudge match, but I don't think that Jeremiah Smith will be kept quiet for 2 games in a row.
I totally agree with you on that. I don't see that being possible, but hey, you never know. You never know.
It's a national championship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The red zone efficiency of this defense has really stuck out to me all season. I mean, whether it's Nebraska, Texas, just Oregon, like you see it every single game. How much of a difference maker do you see that side of this Ohio State team being on Monday night?
That wins games. That is what wins championships. Everybody always says defense wins championships. It's because of those red zone stops. And I think that's what's made this Ohio State defense so special, because it's not like teams aren't getting yards on them. They just can't get points on them. And so I think that's a testament to how well this defense plays together. Because you can have great talent and great players, but if you start having players who are doing their own thing in crunch time and doing their own thing down at the goal line, somebody's going to score just off of discipline alone. But this is a disciplined defense and a talented defense. And I think that's been the strength of this Ohio State team all season, was the fact that some team can drive 70 yards, and a lot of other defenses will fold mentally, and they'll start pointing fingers saying like, why are you letting up a 30-yard pass? How are you letting the QB scramble? This defense goes back to the line of scrimmage and gets the job done.
I don't think I've ever watched a defense and felt so confident that they're going to get a stop, ever.
It's incredible.
Growing up as a little kid, I don't think I've ever watched a defense and felt so calm in those situations?
I tell people, I haven't been tuned into Ohio State for 50 years,
Right.
but this is the best Ohio State defense I've watched, specifically because they're able to get those stops. You can watch it and be like, okay, this team looks like they're carving us up, and then somehow they get to the 10 and there's an interception or there's a fumble or they get a field goal. And just that confidence that, at least, like you said, you and I have now,
Yeah.
I'm sure the offense has it, the rest of the defense has it, so they know, all right, they just got a 40-yard play. That doesn't matter. We'll get them the rest of the way.
And throughout this entire postseason, the offense has just been so creative, so efficient in those play calls. Will Howard says Chip Kelly's in his bag, and I think that's the perfect way to describe it. If you're Chip and you've got the headset on, what play are you calling? What do you want to see right out of the gate on Monday night from these guys?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not an offensive mind.
Right, I know.
I want to see more bubble screens.
Ooh,
I don't know
I like
why they
that.
don't do bubble
Yeah.
screens, but I know that we got absolutely torched in 2013 by Clemson when they would just throw bubble screens. I'm blanking on his name right now, but they were just Sammy Watkins. They throw bubble screens to Sammy Watkins. Jeremiah Smith is better than Sammy Watkins. So I would love to see a couple more. It doesn't seem like we need them. You just hit them, throw them a 5-yard route, 10-yard route. That would be great. I think our running backs are incredible. Judkins might be my favorite offensive player just because he has an attitude. He runs hard. It looks like him and Travion always trying to see who can run the most people over. So I'm going to let Chip Kelly do what he does. Yeah, but I would love to see a bubble screen or two.
I loved the play we saw second time they played Oregon in the Rose Bowl. G. Scott, first play of the game. G. Scott play. Next play, Jeremiah Smith cuts cross field, scores. I mean,
It's beautiful.
play it on repeat. Like, that's what I want to see all the time. And I remember watching that play and thinking, wow, they're going to win this game. They're not only going to win, but they're going to dominate this game.
It looked like Oregon couldn't keep up with what they were trying to do at all.
No, they looked confused. And the best part about it was Will Howard said that, I think it was after the game or the next day, that G. Scott play they had been kind of workshopping and they had never actually ran it and it worked until that moment. So that's even better. I mean,
that's how you know you're going to win.
Yeah, that's how you know. So I do want to see, they've got to have that fast start on Monday night because we've seen it every single game in the postseason that fast start, right off the bat, you get the other team on their toes. You kind of say, hey, guys, we came to fight. They have to be that way on Monday night.
And then the whole game opens up.
Exactly, exactly. Two final questions for you. Will Howard and Jack Sawyer have been getting a lot of love recently, and rightfully so. But what guys, and you kind of mentioned Quinshon as one of them, what other guys do you kind of see maybe in the shadows a little bit and kind of foreseeing them having a standout game on Monday night?
I don't think he's in the shadows, but Caleb Downs, to me, is the MVP of the defense. I think, I'm a defensive line guy, so I love the whole defensive line. I think our linebackers have been great, but Caleb Downs has held this team together. He cleans up any mistakes that the rest of the defense makes in front of him. He has been incredible to watch, and he's just a sophomore.
Which is crazy.
And he's a transfer guy, which I think is incredible. We see, like I said, Quinshon, you see Caleb, you see Will, transfer guys who have passion for the team, passion for the state. I don't know. It's just, you couldn't ask for better transfers into Ohio State. So I'm a huge Caleb fan. I think he's going to have an incredible game. But other than that, I'm just always watching the defensive line. And the cornerbacks, I know that those were kind of, I'll say that they were the weak spot of our defense. But over the last, I would say, even 6 games, I think they've played stellar.
Absolutely.
And I expect that to continue.
I like Caleb Downs. That was one of mine. Another one is Trey Henderson. I mean, he does get love, but the way he's performed this postseason,
It's been amazing.
It's incredible. That guy is going to do numbers in the NFL, I can tell you right now. The way he's able to break through traffic and just accelerate, I mean, I keep replaying.
I didn't know he had that kind of speed.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know he had that kind of speed to, it was the Texas game in the Cotton Bowl, 75-yard, I mean, it looked like the video games where you're like, you click like accelerate.
It looked like he was floating.
Yes.
Feet weren't touching the ground.
Yes. And I also think he's such a good dude. His whole mindset with his faith and how that's been such a part of this team this year. I just think he is such a selfless guy and he's such an anchor of this team and he gets love. But I think on Monday night, I mean, it's his last one in the Scarlet and Gray. It's also a storybook ending for him. I think he's going to be a big factor.
I'll add in too, I love him because him and Quinshon, like when you have Judkins come in, a lot of guys will get like a little testy about, oh, I'm the star player, I'm the star running back, I don't need somebody else to share reps with. And you saw none of that with Travion. He just showed up. He was like, I'm excited to have him here. And they have this 1-2 punch that I don't think any other team in college football has. And it's been so good for his career. This is his first season where he hasn't had any, knock on wood, give me something that I can knock on, any injuries or anything like that. Quinshon's had a heck of a season. So it's just been great to see that humility, that selflessness that you were talking about. It shows the character of both of those guys.
And last one for you, Michael. There's been talk of, Ohio State being the heavy favorite for this game. What do you kind of see in terms of score predictions of how this one ends up Monday night?
I'm going with a conservative score prediction of 31-6. I do think they're heavy favorites.
Wow, okay.
I don't see Notre Dame scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Now, I am an Ohio State homer. I love Ohio State to my core, but their defense has been so good, and I don't think Notre Dame is anywhere close to the best offense they're going against. That Notre Dame defense is very solid, but I don't think they can keep up with Ohio State's offensive attack. So
I agree.
31-6.
I'm more 24-7.
That's a good guess.
I think, and we're pretty close, but like you said, I mean, this Notre Dame defense is one of the best. So I think they're going to test them in ways, but I do hear you. I don't see Notre Dame scoring on Ohio State. I mean, maybe they find, like I said, I think they find the end zone one time.
That's reasonable. I could see like 31-10.
Okay.
31-10.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, it's a national championship game. They'll probably score a touchdown.
Right.
But in my mind, they're not gonna.
Well, we've done all this talk about the game, and now it's almost finally here. We've got one more sleep until Monday night. This guy was the last one to raise that national title trophy, but hopefully, come Monday night, there's a new national title winner. He's Michael Bennett, and I'm Nicole Shearin.